whatever side you're on, you know. So if I'm one of those people like at trying to get into Insomniac, maybe their perspective is I'm not sacrificing nothing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do because this is what I wanted to do. You feel me? Like I don't know. It's just weird to think about it like that because the way like I was listening to drink drink champs drink champs earlier. They just had Joe Budden on, right? And they're two different people, right? The Noriega, the person who runs Drink Champs, versus Joe Budden, who's runs the Joe Budden podcast, right? Okay. Joe Budden is someone that stands independently by himself. He's always someone that wanted to do shit independently. Yeah, he was with a label at first, but once he left that label, solo, that's what he stands for. Noriega on the other side doesn't like independent. He doesn't want to be independent. He thinks it's dumb. Like he just doesn't stand on that because he thinks, why would I want to struggle to do anything when these people got my back? They're gonna label whoever I'm partnering with. They got my back. They're gonna fund me. I don't need whatever the case may be. Like it's stupid to try to do it, like struggle and do it your own way. Like I couldn't be where I'm at today if it wasn't for like the people I was partnering with and this and that. And it's like, it makes sense because he's like, they gave me an opportunity that most people don't ever get. Yeah. Homeboy on the other side had to figure it out, go through a bunch of other shit. And, you know, eventually he got to where he got. But now, like, think about it this way. Say you have the option of going either way, right? What type of person are you? Which way is going to benefit you more? You feel me? And that's like something that you got to like look at and shit. Like, all right, well, am I the type of person that no independence the way? Like, no, I could do it. I'm motivated. I'm going to do it all myself, this and that. Or are you the type of person to be like, okay, but now like some help would be nice. Like this and that. Like I could, you know, I need someone that like, you feel me? There's two different types of people and there's no right or wrong. You feel me? It's just what you choose to go. Because, bro, say like it's gonna take you longer doing it independent than it will on a label. You feel me? In certain aspects. So like, I think we touched on this one time. Time plays a factor. You feel me? Like, would you rather struggle and do everything, and by the time you're 40, like you built something and now it's there, or when you're 20, someone's offering you the castle already? You feel me? And then what you choose to do with the castle after that. Like, how farther can you get? You know, you got to think, how farther can I get on each side of these roads? Am I going to get farther with the castle already built for me? Like, am I going to last longer with the castle already built? Or will I last longer if I built this castle? You feel me? Like, you got to look at it like that. And obviously, there's different answers for each side, right? But I feel like that's something that, like, people got to take account of when they think like, okay, am I gonna go to the side of let's partner with Insomniac, or or let's go with the gatekeepers, let's fall in line, or am I gonna be the person that says, nah, we're doing it my way? You feel me? I feel like that's something everyone has to think about.
There's gonna come a point where if you're in this like in that like trying to get into that circuit, there will come a time where someone's gonna have to make that decision. Like, if they ever are in the place of like getting an offer like that from Insomniac, you know, it's like, all right, well, I mean, a lot of artists are doing it already. You know, a lot of artists are doing it already. Like, not just partnering with Insomniac. Obviously, Insomniac is the biggest example we could give, but
that is the example. You feel me? Like, we know people that turn down offers with Insomniac. Like, I don't know if we were able to say this or not. I mean, I don't think.
What?
So we had Homeboy come on here with an artist. I'm gonna be vague just so you'll know. He manages an artist. They travel across countries and stuff like that. I don't know if you know who I'm talking about now. But he told us that like Insomniac came with him to a partnership and he turned it down. Like, because he said, like, he basically explained, like, you get to a level where they'll want to partner with you. and you could either partner with them, and now it's your whatever you built is on their hands, or you could go separate and do it your own way, right? Homeboy turned it down, doing his own thing now, right? You think he would have been better partnering with Insomniac based on what he's doing now?
I think it look a lot different.
How so?
Well, I mean, just the resources with Insomniac are just. I think just the resources that Insomniac is able to just give to you if you're going to be partnered with them can be of immense help for sure. Maybe now you have a lot more resources, helping hands, and producing the content that you want to do. I mean, especially when you're doing independent. Maybe if you have to get some extra hands, maybe that could be a lot for an independent source. Having to maybe pay extra or whatever the case is. Just having to contract that one person. But if you partner with someone like Insomniac and you're achieving to do some sort of content, the same kind of content that revolves the same world that Insomniac is in, I can only just see the content being a lot more different and being helpful. Uh, Maybe a lot more followers for sure because we see Insomniac somewhere in there pushing.
You think the image would be different though?
I'm not sure how these contracts are looking, bro, but I think if you're, I think they're
No, like what Homeboy's putting out now with that.
like that kind of content he'd be putting out would be
You
different.
think do you think it would be how he's doing it now, or you think it would be a totally different?
I think it
image?
would be totally different, just
And
because
now,
I'm gonna bet that Insomniac is gaining control once you're partnering. I think when I see these partnerships happening, the partnership on the underground side is getting that push of like the exposure. But Insomniac's like, no, yeah, we're gonna give you the platform, we're gonna give you the following, we're gonna give you the eyes and the viewership. But again, this is me just being ignorant of the contracts. But I'm thinking these contracts are like, yeah, you're gonna have to give up like production rights, image rights, and you're gonna have to just. I think a partnership is when both parties are able to, you know, throw in their demands and meet a medium. I like to think that's how a good, healthy partnership is. So I think it will look different, bro. Production rights, I think would be maybe not fully given up, but some production rights would be given up.
What's it called?
Insomniac would want their own hearing and be like, yeah, like we got you now. I think with your knowledge, this is the kind of content we like to do with you. You're doing your shit, but we like to, yeah, I could see Insomniac just getting in there for sure. Look at the content will look different. Maybe better or maybe worse. Like again, it's just we'd have to see if Homeboy 2 after that partnership is satisfied with how his brand is now being represented.
we should get Ray Burger back on here. I want to see like how his experience with like all how his Insomniac events have been and whatnot. Like he's played at multiple Insomniac events now and whatnot. So I just want to see how his experience with that is, and I don't know how like, bro. In the next couple of years, I said this. I'm gonna say this again. Ray Burger is gonna be the guy that's being pushed, like for sure. He's already been one of the guys that I feel like Insomniac is getting a liking to or whatnot. Like not even Insomniac, just people in the industry in general. He has a sound that's really cool and popping and whatnot, right? He's someone that I seen kind of getting grandfathered into the fucking
For sure.
festival, almost like he's right there. Like we're gonna start seeing him at these festivals in the next year or so, just based off of all his trajectory, all the people he's surrounded with and whatnot. Like I feel like he's gonna be one of those people. So I want to get him back on here just to fucking outline that, bro. Like it's crazy because I was talking to this guy named Wad. I wasn't talking. Yeah, I guess I was on his live stream and asked a couple questions, right? I pretty much asked him like, oh, like how would you get your music on like reputable labels, and like how do you like basically like how do you get your name out there and whatnot, right? What he said was start with small labels like your local labels. Start sending music there, and then once you get like some following, some fans and stuff like that, then start reaching out to like intermediate labels. And he broke down like labels in terms of like at like what level they are and whatnot. And he broke down how like a Disciple, if you don't have any like credible label releases, Disciple won't even look at you for a label release. Like he
Yeah.
just like a bunch of shit like that. And looking at Rayburger's like career and trajectory, he's getting all the first cosigns from a bunch of artists, right? And then you start seeing him at these shows, and then you start seeing him at some of these smaller Insomniac shows.
Mm-hmm.
And now I feel like that next step is gonna be him at these festivals and stuff, you know? Like in a way, like there's ways of going about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
In both aspects of shows and then labels and whatnot. But his case is just interesting. I'm trying to think of another person who's on that similar trajectory. Um,
That was a good example though.
yeah, I'm trying to think who else have we had on here that has been making those same moves. I would say like a Mystic. Mystic's been moving up definitely.
Yeah. Mystic, like after Rayburger, I think Mystic's a good pick from.
But it's weird because I wouldn't say he's in the Insomniac trajectory
compared to Rayburger now.
Yeah, like I think it's weird because I think you could be successful in bass music without Insomniac per se. Like,
I mean, yeah,
maybe okay.
What's again? I think successful
Is
can
Beast Boy been in part of Insomniac shows?
Not that I've seen yet.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like, and he's able to do a bunch of tours.
Yeah, of course.
Tour. Not. I don't think he's tour. Has he done his own tour?
He hasn't done his own tour.
I think he's done shows and stuff like that. Yeah. And actually, yeah.
Yeah, he's doing stops. There's a way to.
We gotta hit up Beast Boy to get on here too, because okay, but the thing is, though, I don't know how successful he would say he is right now,
and that's why it just goes down to like, okay, he's playing shows, but if him playing shows is what's being successful, then yeah, he's successful. But okay, how much, like now when we start talking about successful, a lot of people like to tie like the finance to that shit, right? Like a lot of people like to fight, like you could be playing a lot of shows, but some people might feel like they're not successful because they're like, yeah, you're playing these shows, but maybe like you playing these shows is not fully what makes you successful. It's like some people believe that for them being successful, you're getting paid out for shit that you're doing or whatnot, and it's like, or like how much you're getting paid for stuff like that. It's like I don't know. Like you hear a lot of these people too. Like you hear a lot of touring artists. They say that like we barely make any money, and like if you're trying to play shows and like make like a lot of money, like as like a touring artist and not really pushed by like a big company, like you'll be successful getting a lot of shows, but like you see a lot of these artists like fall off because like I guess whatever you focus on, what you think that succession is, because a lot of people can be satisfied just playing shows and like their successions with that, like playing a lot of these big shows. But maybe if you don't focus on like the other aspects, like like maybe you should be like more like focused business wise on like how you release music or like all that kinds of stuff. That way you're still like your longevity.
If I feel
there's a lot of things that come into aspect, I guess, like when it comes to succession. Like I know it's weird because there's a lot of people that are like they believe they're successful as music artists because like they got. I think
successful is it when you no longer have to work a regular 9 to 5.
Okay,
that's when you're making. That's when I feel like that's successful. Like you're a touring artist now. You feel me? Like that's what you do full time. You're an artist.
Yeah.
Like that's successful.
And you're able to get by like with whatever that brings you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's success. I feel like that's success in most people's eyes, right? Like there. Okay, because there's that level, bro. Like where you could stay there.
Right, for sure.
But then, because
you could keep going, bro. You keep going, and then you could keep going, bro. You keep going and going.
No, I think some people look at success as becoming a household name.
I guess, yeah, okay.
I feel like that's where some people skew the success line. There's successful as, bro, I'm making money off my music, like I'm living, like
Right.
I'm chilling. But then but you're not this person, you're not that person. And that's when it comes to like making it. That's when there's
Making it, right.
there's being
Yeah.
successful. Yeah, no, I'm successful. I'm a successful music artist, right? Like, yeah, I'm successful. But then there's like, oh no, I made it, dog. Like,
Yeah, for sure.
I'm to the Raptors, dog. Like Red Rocks, you feel me? Like I'm out here, dog. Like
Selling out
yeah, nah, yeah.
3 days a week.
That's what I'm saying.
I have to add another date type shit.
And I feel like that's where some people. Well, I mean, what do
That's
you
a great goal.
what do you see yourself? When you see it, when you think about it, what do you want Husky? Did you want it to be a household name?
I'd like for it to be a global name. Yeah.
Exactly, and I feel like that's the same here. I'd want the Zion Don name to be a household name, right? And I feel like that's the shit where. There we go. And see, that's the difference between the way people look at shit. Like, okay, how do we get this to a household name versus, okay, how do I just survive off of this shit? Or how do I move quick and get out, like make money and get out type shit. You feel me? Because people can do that. You can make your one whatever or
1 year you're just hamming it and then you just
and say, yeah, I did it, like, and then you're out.
Yeah.
Or do you want your name to be like, oh no, yeah, this is the Armin van Buren, and this is a Borgor, right, bro. This is whoever the fuck it is. You feel me? Like, or do you want to be one of those names? And I feel like those are what we're chasing, right? Want to be one of those names?
Household.
Yeah. Household. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to personally. I don't think I like to be the artist that was like, oh yeah, he was popping in that year. No, I was popping in that decade. I mean, still popping. I'd rather be the person that was popping in that decade than that person that, oh yeah, he was just popping in that era. That makes sense, you know. Like I like the longevity, you know. Like I like to think that the music that I'm making as an artist is timeless, and that it's like it's not just like some sort of phase that, you know. Yeah, I mean it's with music, it's crazy too because at the end of the day, like you can't really control what people like music wise, right? You just hope that your music with whatever marketing resources that you have, like, you know, people connect to it and they share it to amongst everybody else, because a lot of those made it artists, like, yeah, they definitely got their fans that are, you know, they're meeting up with their people like, oh yeah,
and they didn't stop. I think too, the people that have those household names, they have those names because they also don't stop.
No, yeah,
like they continue just to keep going. Like, you know, it's crazy because you hear this, you just need one. I feel like once you make that, you have that one record, like whatever type of record it is, right? When people say you just need one, it could be one record or one album, one project. After you get that project, it's what you do from there that makes you a household name. You feel me? Like you could live off of that one project for the rest of your life. You feel me? Or like for the rest of your fucking wave, right? You could ride that wave until it crashes, or you could continue and keep riding multiple waves and like never die out. And like when I think of these successful names, bro, I think of like they're successful because they've made music across years, bro, years. Like none of them stopped. Like I could even at Eptic, bro. Like yeah, he had his time, right? He didn't stop. Like nowhere in his time making music did he stop. He might have took like a little hiatus, but he was always DJing, always out here. I feel like the people that don't become household names are the ones that stop, that get that maybe that one track or maybe get a little buzz and like they don't continue on it. You feel me? Like, all right, is A Craze gonna be a household name?
You know what's been pissing me off about A Craze is the gap of these releases. I don't know, bro. I just think that by then, I'll tell you this about A Craze. At this pace, I think A Craze has been forgettable. At this pace. Because I would have loved to have seen a lot more releases within what we have gotten.
Who was I talking to? Oh, this past Sunday when I was talking to Frankie V.
Unless A Craze got another one in the tuck that we don't know about, then I think he'll be a household name. But if I just think I think he's just taking a little bit too long with these releases. Like I don't know, bro. Like I just think he's trying to build the other one
I
again.
heard he bought Do It To It.
I've heard that. I've heard that too from 4B.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What do you think?
very possible. Very possible, bro. I always hear a lot of. I've heard this shit from strangers, and I'm not trying to like credit them, but like when you hear shit from people that you know and also like strangers like online, like oh like I heard like a rumor. They're rumors, yeah, but when you hear other people like saying it reinforces the rumor, but it also reinforces like damn like the possibility.
Is this gonna be another one of those Excision Space Laces thing?
I don't know. That shit would be pretty wild if A Craze did buy it or got it from 4B. Cause that's just another one of those things like damn, like goddamn, like fucking 4B, bro, you fumbled that shit. Yeah, I don't know, like are you and then you also
But-
hear about a lot of these other artists like, oh, like I had a track like this.
No, but could
4B what?
what if that track been big if 4B did it?
That's a good question. Cause that does play a big factor. We just know that the way the A Craze team handled it, that's what it was.
Because look, if I would have heard that track from 4B, I would have been pissed. Not pissed, but I would have been like, bro, you can do better. Like what? Like
I
you
believe.
feel me? Like there's like a
Well, I mean, I kind of felt like that too towards A Craze because I hear of his previous catalog. I'm like, damn, like
for
bet.
me that was the switch for A Craze. That's how that was
it for
the
me, too.
perception that I was getting. Like, oh, this is your comeback, and that's why to me I was so hyped on it. I was like, and this is A Craze. All right, let's go A Craze. But if I would have heard that from 4B, 4B makes shit like housey type beats. You feel me? So I would have been like, tech house. It's like you're taking a step backwards almost. You feel me? Like that's how I would have looked at it. So the fact that it came from an A Craze,
We can only get so far with Jersey Club. No,
yeah, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I guess you're right. I guess you're right.
I'm just fucking. I'm hating.
But nah, you feel me? That's why like shit like that plays a part in fucking what's going on. I think, or like why the track blew up and whatnot. So maybe it was a good thing.
Because you brought that up, bro. Because yeah, I've been hearing that it was sold. The keyword.
And you
sold
know
to
what?
A-Craze.
I don't like that because I want to give A Craze the benefit of the doubt. Like, nah, he
made
makes
that shit.
he produces though,
Like, no, he's a producer.
but
He's
none
able to
of
make
his
that
shit sounds like that. None of his shit before that track sounded remotely like that track. None of the snares, none of the kicks, none of the compression that he put on the fucking side. None of that shit added up, bro. It sounded like it was a whole new ass fucking person.
Well, bro, I mean, let's think about this too, real quick.
Think of Spaghetti, bro. When he made some house shit, it still sounded like Spaghetti. You feel me? So like, I don't know.
Well, this was like an official like major release, like with. So I don't know, like if they had like hands in like how like that quality was.
Okay, bro, you're right. I get you.
It didn't sound
I don't know
A-Craze.
who has like. You're right. I don't know. You don't know if they had to give. He had to give it to an engineer or something, right? Even then, bro,
Just didn't sound like A-Craze.
doesn't sound like A Craze.
I don't think so either.
Like, bro, even so,
Sounds
and
like a sick tech house track.
I've said this before when I'm talking about how you create your sound and stuff like that. There's certain elements that you'll just grasp onto that you'll use all the time.
Instinctively.
Yeah, bro, like nothing. It doesn't sound like he used any of the same EQs, none of the same compressors. Bro, I don't even know if he used fucking the same DAW for this shit, bro. Like I don't even think it was produced off the same. You know how fucking our professor Lopez fucking spotted out one homeboy and made that track off of FL. Like this is, I hear this shit and I'm just like,
This was not made on F.
this was fucking Pro Tools. Like you did not make this off of your
Pro-
DAW,
yeah.
bro. Like I don't, nah. Like it's
too
just
polished.
that's not.
Where's your underground side on this? Where's your rawness, your grunginess?
Where's your trap side, bro? Like what's going on here,
fun
dog?
fact,
Like
real quick for all the first time viewers or for those that don't know, before Do It To It, A Craze was a crazy consistent hybrid trap Jersey Club producer. And dubstep. He has some dubstep slaps in there too. This whole thing with A Craze was a really interesting observation. It was a really cool study case, I like to think.
And it lasted 2 years.
The hype of Do It To It, yeah. It did.
It's
Yeah, 'cause
over. It's over.
Yeah, no, it's
over.
Yeah, for sure.
It's over.
I
think we're getting to the end of like Tech House almost. We're almost getting there, bro. We're getting to the
Tech
end.
House in general.
No, like the hype, the big
Oh,
hype.
the hype.
Yeah,
I believe it.
Like we, that the peak was last year. The peak was
I think
was last year for sure.
The market crashed, bro.
Yeah, we're done with it, bro. People are done. We're getting into drum and bass. That's I'm not bullshitting, bro. Like this is what's going on right now. Like I see it with every EDM post, page, and shit like that. Like that's what we're hitting right now, right? We're getting into that bubble. It's gonna happen. It's happening. It's not gonna happen. It's fucking happening.
I thought
bro.
Tech House would be out here much more longer.
No, it's still here. Don't get me wrong. It's still it's what rhythm is right now. You feel me? That's what we're getting at. It's what that shit is. There's still a market. It's still out here, but that's not what like the charge is at right now. You feel me? Like that's not where the EDM sphere is at. I don't think. Definitely, those artists are still there. Like that will those household names that'll always be there are there now.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think Tech House is that shit right now.
Not right now.
We're in a little like gray area, I think.
Tech House producers, gimmick producers had their run. They had their shine.
It's hard. Oh, it's techno. Techno's getting there.
Techno, yeah, I can agree.
And a little bit of hardstyle is rumbling right now.
Yeah, hardstyle.
I'm starting to hear a lot of that kick and hollow sub, like that fast, like don't like fuck nah. It has like the quintuplets, like, but then it has the kick. Has a kick, but the sub is like going like 2 times faster, like dun 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 dun. But the hard kick, I don't know. I can't do it at the same time.
You talking
like,
about side trance?
Kind of, but like it's hard style, right? It's still like kind of like that faster.
I call that hard dance, bro. I don't know.
All right, but you know what I'm talking about, right? I'm starting to hear a lot more of that incorporated in cross genres all around. So whatever the fuck that is, we're about to have a big fucking blow up of it. I know, like, I'm already starting to hear producers put that shit out and everything. So I think it's side trance. Yeah.
You know what I think? Hear me out. I think it's maybe not following genres, but following tempos. You know, do you think maybe the audience is subtly not knowing that they're chasing like hype in tempos? Maybe
I can see it.
Because like when I'm hearing you say side
we
trance,
got
hard dance, hard style. I mean, drum and bass, different tempo for sure.
Because we got slower with Tech House. Coming from like bass music. Because that's where we were at before.
Well, I think Tech House has always been like slower. Bass House has always been prominently faster, 128.
That's what I'm saying. So we went slower, and now we're kind of picking it up.
Yeah, because I remember Bass House being like Bass House.
That's what it is, bro. I think we're tired of slow BPMs. Because even bass music, it's fast, but in the grand scheme of thing, still kind of slow. Yeah.
It's
rhythm wise, it's slow. Same thing with Tech House. It's not fast. There's Bass House, but then there's Speed House right now. And then I want to say Speed House is being thrown in with that hard side, whatever the fuck that is. I'm not really sure exactly what it is. And I know a lot of people are fucking Ben Nicky, bro. What's going on with Ben Nicky right now?
Tell me, bro. I don't know nothing about what's going on with that.
I don't know either, but a bunch of people just fuck with Ben Nicky, and I'm just like, why? That's hardstyle. Like, shit's throwing. I don't know. Just shit's been throwing me off lately. That it's. I don't know, bro. We're in a gray area, like I said. We're in a. I think there's maybe what it is now there's a lot of great artists, good artists in every genre now, with like a big following, to where we're starting to see like maybe EDM is just in
some shit.
It's just in You
It's
feel
just
me?
in. No, yeah,
All of it.
yeah. It's much more in than what it was.
It's not just one genre anymore. I think we're getting to the point where
It's
it's
now
all of it. It's
different.
all of it.
Yeah.
Like it's not just one anymore.
It's not. Oh, you listen to that techno shit. Now you listen to that EDM shit.
No, yeah, because I'm gonna go see a techno set. We're gonna go see a hardstyle set. We're gonna see a drum and bass set. Like that's what it is. I'm starting to think that's what we're getting at right now. Like more people aren't just staying to one stage.
Bro, and I think that's why it's very hard to like, especially like from the local aspect, it's very hard to run nights that are like strictly one genre if you don't have like a dedicated like audience. That's why a lot of these pros of these festivals that they offer diverse genres.
They have to.
Yeah, you know that's how they bring in all this whole crowd. The
Well-
whole crowd may not necessarily like be all at the one same stage. Sometimes they will. Like there's those couple artists where like the mass audience like, oh yeah, for show, Skrillex. Like even if I'm a little like techno kid, like fuck it, like for culture. Like I've met people that just for culture, bro, gonna pull up for that EDM set, and it could be the Skrillex, it could be the Cascade, it could be the Dead Mouse. But bro, I think the market now than like what it was like. This EDM is not just like that techno shit no more. It's now EDM. Oh, you listen to EDM? That's what's up. Oh, you listen to that techno shit? 10 years ago, you know. Now it's a lot more diverse, dude. Oversaturated with artists for sure. Oversaturated with tastemakers. You know, we didn't have that many tastemakers back then, but now we have the power of TikTok, where anyone like can get viral and share like their own taste, and you know we just didn't have that kind of mass communication with everyone like back then. So we do now have a lot more diverse influence on what kind of EDM we like, because now you know we scroll up and we just get shoved a video of maybe like a sick EDM track, and it's like drum and bass or it's tech house, and it sounds cool, and it's just much more diverse. We have a lot to work with now, catalog wise, different subcultures. Like when I started going, this is just me, but I knew rhythm was a thing, but it was just very underground when I first went to my first festival in 2014 EDC. But now rhythm is a fucking thing. 2023. Like there's a lot of slots now that just play crazy ass rhythm. Where back then, 2014, it's like like it's not really being pushed too much. So therefore, I'm not really given enough time to really say if I like it or not. A lot of that gatekeeping, I think, definitely shapes, you know how it's hard to say this too, because when you're at a music festival that big, especially like Insomniac, I think you also have like a responsibility. You have some sort of responsibility and accountability in terms of like when you're like selecting certain acts, like you're wanting to say like we believe for the EDM culture, this is the entertainment that you're gonna fuck with EDM wise. And so I, you know, a lot of that stuff comes into play too, where a lot of all these lineups now they're very diverse.
Who makes these lineups?
And that's like. And that's
how old are
too,
they? How long have they been listening to EDM? Like, do they only listen to EDM? What genre is their genre? Like I don't know if I could trust you to be fucking picking these lineups anymore, bro. You're washed. No, I'm just kidding.
No, bro. No, dude. You could definitely say that. You look at some of these lineups, you're like, oh, there's definitely this person has been with the company for 15 years. They got grandfathered into the A&R
They've been
role.
with the company for 15 years, and they got into this company when they were already 30. They're 45 now, bro.
Like they're not really fucking with
they don't even got energy or testosterone in them to really be enjoying this music. Yeah. So it's like, fuck, I can't trust your ears, bro.
To just minimal house.
And I don't know if you know this, but you know, as you get older, you lose parts of your hearing, so you're not even hearing all of the music. You feel me? So I can't trust you to be judging this shit.
How old should A&Rs be?
Bro, cut them off at 37. 37, bro. 37. 37.
Cut off as an A&R.
Yeah, you should be cut off.
Yeah, because an A&R.
I'm sorry, bro.
You gotta be. I think you're responsible.
Because like a 36-year-old, I can still say you're still tapped in. 36, you don't sound too old, but once you get 37, my boy, is that gray on your hair? I don't know, fam. Your knees are okay? Was that your knee that just cracked, fool?
We got
I
Ben
don't
Nicky
know.
brings high energy. Ben Nicky brings high energy.
There we go.
Oh yeah, I gotta see a Ben Nicky set. I don't think I've ever seen a Nicky set.
Hard style.
Hard style.
Hard style.
Hard style, baby. Like for example, like back then, when I was listening to the EDM stuff, I was only able to like what was pushed to me and what I was able to find. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of genres that I would have liked if I would have came across it. And then now, like with how big EDM culture has gotten, we can now find easier routes to get to those styles of music. Um, so I'm glad that these lineups are starting to become a little more diverse, coming from the Insomniac side. But I like to think there's a lot of lineups out there. Like maybe not that big. This is where we see a lot of the more diverse lineups. It's the companies that are not that corporate, you know. Like for example, I love how Forbidden Kingdom does their curation on lineups. They I think they are you know it's crazy. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. I think they are a part of Insomniac, or I think they might be, even if they are a part of Insomniac, it's not your traditional like Insomniac
Is
like
that the
way of
one where it's
curating.
just like one stage?
I think it's several, but it's like it's strictly bass.
Forbidden
It's like
Kingdom,
bass.
Forbidden-
It's in Miami.
I don't know why.
It's like in Miami, but like when it comes to like the much more smaller shows, the curation it definitely gets a lot more diverse. But this is going back to the
Well-
gatekeeping, like with booking agencies, with the bigger major festivals. Like they have the portfolio of artists that sell the hard count tickets, that do well selling these tickets for these bigger events, and that's really what it is. A lot of times that
So look, I think what it is Insomniac is just a corporate now.
yeah, for
That's
sure.
what it is. It's just corporate. We don't look at them for anything. That's just let's go corporate. And everything else is where we have to go to look for fucking culture. I don't think Insomniac is culture.
Jeez.
Like,
Well, I mean, I don't think it's underground culture.
yeah, there you go.
I don't
not
think it's underground culture.
It's not underground culture. There you go. That's
It's
a better
dance.
way to
It's
say it.
dance music culture.
It's
but
dance music culture. It's not underground
the culture
culture.
that we had stumbled upon at first. Like the way we
Yeah.
like to, like because I come from the underground.
Well,
culture,
this
right?
all it was all underground
Yeah.
culture for a long
Yeah,
time.
this was all-
It was just all underground.
like-
There wasn't anything else, bro. This was just all underground culture, fam. And then it just became something different. And I'm not hating on it. Like I like it, but now it's just like, damn, I can't champion EDC for what I used to champion it for, or like Insomniac
Facts.
at least. You feel me?
Facts.
Like I can't give them that no more. Like now that's for the let's have fun and just enjoy the culture.
Mhm.
You feel me? Not look for it for a temperament of anything. That's just a fun playground now.
Yeah, there you go.
That's what it is. But I think the people to look at are like the mid level ones now. Like I'd say like Space Yacht, Brownies and Lemonade. I would even say Bass Ops. Bass Rush maybe. That's kind of big though.
That's Insomniac.
Yeah.
It's Insomniac. It's Insomniac imprint.
Who
But-
else on
but-
top of that?
But I mean, it's not to say like I like how you mentioned it's like a fun playground. Like at least now, EDC,
It wasn't like that before.
It wasn't.
Bro, we got fucking carnage at EDC, dog. Like trap shit. Like
Yeah.
I remember like listening to that on live and I'm being like, what the fuck?
Not
is
just on
going
Insomniac, bro. Ultra Music Festival.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I always, bro. I forget about like
They put
Ultra and shit,
Borgor
too.
out there.
You know, it's big shout out to Ultra though, because I like to think that their lineups have been a lot more appealing.
I don't know. I haven't seen it in a long. I haven't checked out the
It's
Ultra
still
lineup.
corporate for sure. It's definitely still corporate, but
Hey, what happened? Oh, so this popped in my mind earlier. I don't know why. One question, another statement. What happened to Progressive House? Statement. The music Burn makes is just another form of Progressive House. And that's what I think fucking... it's like future Progressive House. There we go. There we go. Because I remember when he came over here and he put Pastel House on his like as a genre, right? And I was like, I can't think of a genre that's similar. I don't know why I couldn't think of the genre that's similar, but it's definitely like an ancestor of progressive house. Yeah, I don't know why.
Fair enough.
I don't know why that shit popped in my head. I don't. We were just talking about genres right now, and that shit just.
I don't think it would have came from Future House or.
Yeah, but Future
actually,
House is from progressive. I would say it comes from progressive house, anyways.
So did progressive house just get ditched and got involved?
That's what happened, right? Like they was like, nah.
That shit had a cool mark. I mean, Spinning Records and a lot of other labels were booked. Major festivals were booking people like Sebastian and Grosso, Axwell.
Yeah.
Tommy
bro, why
Trash,
are those fucking
Tommy Trash,
names, bro?
Yeah.
God damn,
Progressive house shit. Axwell and Grosso. Swedish House. Oh, obviously, these are much more bigger. Progressive House had. Well, damn, I can't believe I'm saying this. Progressive House had its run. God damn, bro, I can't believe
we're old. You're old, motherfucker. God damn.
Damn.
Fuck, bro.
I can't. No, I can't believe I'm saying this, dude. Progressive. It's now the style of house that Burn and all these people are making. The pastel
color house.
Whatever. Yeah.
Color house. Damn. I don't know how to feel about just putting color in front of shit.
I want to hear what progressive house would sound like right now. I haven't heard the modern progressive house.
Neither have I.
Like, yeah, I mean the Burn stuff, yeah, but like progressive house, like if it was still labeled as progressive house, I don't know any artists pushing that style of EDM at this moment. Like, I have to go back to 2012, 2013, and yeah. Like Avicii Levels, that's progressive house. Clockwork Remix, it goes a little more electro, but true. Shout out Oral Grime.
Hey, shout out Grime for that Levels remix that he got.
He did a little, yeah, he did that.
That should go.
Follow him on SoundCloud.
I'm pretty sure, didn't Arctics drop it and post it as a clip? I'm pretty sure that was Gom's flip, but I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, bro. I'm just thinking about all the genres that.
But there wasn't that many genres that were being pushed at like a big level, back then versus now. Like for sure now, a lot more tempos, rhythms, genres that you could indulge in. Back then, it was just really like 3-4 big genres. You had Big Room.
These DJs are putting in a bunch of different. It's not just one genre anymore in their sets, bro. Like,
oh no, it's several.
They're putting a bunch of different genres.
I'm a victim. I'm a culprit. Whatever. I'm guilty. Dude.
Bro, I saw on a clip from yesterday, Excision was playing fucking hardstyle and shit. So I was like,
tell me why I saw Afrojack. He played yesterday. I saw a recorded set of his live last set. Bro, homeboy dropped 3 like modern like future rave tracks, mashed up acapella, and then went to like a 2016 like trap style like banger, bro. Like the end Carnage remix banger. And then it went back into like some like hard dance, like yeah. People like Afrojack are. I mean, I like to think he's always been doing shit like this, but
we gotta go to a Sidney Sampson set.
Dude, damn, is this still around?
I don't know.
That's crazy. You see, like this is just some names that if you were bringing it up to like new modern ravers or just getting into it, they'd be like,
or Chucky set.
Fuck. Nah, dude. Like even like right now, like you know would be like a unique position to like really look into, and I like to follow this person from time to time, see what they're up to. Laidback Luke.
True.
You know, I think Laidback Luke sits in a really unique, and another artist too, because Laidback Luke sits in a position where he's been DJing like a lot longer with the same likes of Afrojack. Like he's been out there, and he's still a name that gets booked for these festivals. And this is going back to like what we're talking about, like certain acts being placed in these big major festivals and like their longevity, and like this is like Laidback Luke is another one of those names where like consistently always like doing something with his brand every year. Yeah, dude, it's real crazy. Like everything that's gone, into EDM this past 10 years. Like the artistry, the culture, live events, how we consume dance music now, how we're discovering dance music. It's a lot of it's changed
Okay,
since I've seen it in 08, 09, like
I got
first
some
couple.
predictions for the next 5, 10 years. So, what's gonna happen is these festivals are gonna start incorporating. Mark this shit down, y'all watching. Like I said, this shit here first. All
March
right,
25th, 2023.
remember the day. So we're gonna start having uh third party gear that we take to the festivals that give us an extra experience. So like maybe like a headset or glasses. So like you know how they have like the Oculus and shit? We're gonna have that, right? A style of that. But like we're still gonna be able to see, check this out. Check, you know how you could put like your phone like right here, right? And like look at your phone through or like, yeah.
Right.
You can use your camera so you're looking at the live feed still, but you still have these goggles on. And all you gotta do is connect to an app, the Insomniac app or whatever the fuck may be.
It would be Insomniac app.
Yeah. And now you see whatever Insomniac incorporated on there. But you're still live at the festival. It's like no different than putting on headphones. You feel me? Like for these silent discos.
Or just like those 3D glasses,
Exactly.
just to see like an enhanced.
That's what we're gonna start seeing in the next couple years. You remember how I told you like
Bro, we'll probably see that in 2 years.
yeah,
bro.
no, for sure. Bro, I'm telling you, like, who do I need to pitch this to? Like, you know how at concerts and shit, everyone already has their phones up and shit like that? Well, why don't Ticketmaster, bro, make an app to where, like, when people put, like, their phone and put a light on in their phone, instead of just going to their phone and putting their flashlight, you go to the Ticketmaster app, you click the flashlight, so now Ticketmaster has control over the light, and now it could flash it whenever it wants. So now you're part of the experience, like during the show. So say like, oh, the artist says, oh, take out your light. You take out your light, and now it's having like an image throughout the whole fucking throughout the whole arena of people's light, and it's like saying some shit, or you know, like it's making an image with everyone's light and shit, depending on where they're at. Like some shit like that could happen at festivals, and now you're part of the experience. Like now maybe your phone is a different color, and like you know, like it's just certain shit like that I think is gonna be coming to these festivals. Like they're gonna start making it like a interactive experience more than it is now. Like just mark my words, we're gonna start seeing that in the next coming years. Like it's just we're at that point now where what's next? You feel me? We're at that what's next point, and like I don't know. Like we started. You remember how we were talking about like all the visuals we were gonna see with the drones and shit like that? Shit's happening.
Yeah.
It's fucking happening. Like you feel me? We're getting fucking steps past this shit. So, bro, I talked about it with homeboy Frankie V. There was a AI DJ in London.
Are you going for those?
Dead ass.
Like this. How does that look like? Like, how is this AI DJ like mixing? Like, explain to me. Like, what do you mean?
So I guess
Like it's just like a playlist that's being played, and like the AI is just like curating the whole night.
I guess the AI had stems, like a database of stems, and it's just creating a beat and changing it. You feel me? So it sounds like it's a mix, but he's just changing the beat as it's going technically. So he's not transitioning really. He's just creating more variations of the beat. So
kind of like segment wise, like from an album perspective.
Yeah.
Like segment wise, like
yeah.
I was like, oh, it's not necessarily a mixing between tracks.
So like think about it like this way.
Like
he's building, as you're hearing it, he's building an intro. Now he's switching to the bridge, and he's just building it live. Now he's building the drop, second part of the drop. Now he's building the break. Now he's building a different bridge or different build. Now he's different, you know, and it just keeps going. It's like a never-ending song. You feel me? That's what he's doing, a never-ending song. So that's what it was. That's how the AI pretty much performed.
Was there like a video, or it was just like an article explaining how it worked?
I just read the article.
Oh damn! I wanted to see how that shit sounded.
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking know. But right, like, and I guess they just said like they told it the vibe they wanted, and they made that vibe.
What's good, Rami? Hoi me noi.
Hey, what's going on, Remy? What's up? But yeah, like that's pretty fucking insane. Like, how do you feel about that?
Well, first off, I don't think I'm too worried about it in terms of
They
like
said the mixing
job
was
security.
was pretty off.
I'm curious. Honestly, I'm curious. I like to see how it mixes, bro. I like to see how this AI technology tackles DJing, bro. Like, because if it would be scary to see how this if the
But
this
bro,
AI DJ
like
like I don't know. It's just
they're
I
not
like to
even
see it.
DJ. So
Or
see,
like,
my
making
idea,
music on the spot, right?
my idea was like, oh, they're gonna start mixing tracks together. They're gonna try to take,
But they're
But
generating.
bro, they went past DJ. They said, "Fuck,
Which is,
fuck, we're a live producer, bro."
yeah, DJing is
That's what
just
they are.
yeah. No,
And now, what happens when you say, "Hey"? What happens when it becomes like a version of Chat GBT, where you're just like, "Hey, make me a cross between Murata and Skrillex,"
yeah,
and it does it,
yeah. I
and
mean,
it sounds good, bro.
bro, it's very possible now these days.
What
Dude,
happens
what do you mean? What happens
to us
as actual DJs?
and producers?
Bro, I could see a lot of us like when it comes to like show opportunities. Like when it comes to those,
It's a wrap, bro. Now we're
it's-
just doing it for fun.
yeah.
There's no
Like,
money for this no more.
Well, if you're not bringing that unique, if you're able to still produce a unique sound where AI is not able to generate, where which I think still might be like
I think clubs is over for us.
I can see that happening.
We're done.
Playing
A
clubs.
club does not need us no more.
I think if I was a club owner, I don't. If I was a club owner now, bro, I don't think.
Why am I gonna keep paying a DJ?
There you go. This is what I was explaining also in my past episode. Like we can see a lot of these bars, even bars, like not just clubs, but even it goes down to like local bars where DJs are being asked to play. Like from the bar owner perspective, like why am I paying 300-500 in a market where it's now oversaturated with DJs? Like why am I paying now 300-500-600 for a DJ to come out and play for 3 hours when I could just pay this one-time fee or whatever? I don't know if this AI DJ is like subscription based type shit or whatever, but maybe some people rather pay an AI DJ. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how that one time. I don't know if that's like
They
a
just
one-time fee
buy-
or
I'm pretty sure they would just buy the equipment,
okay, and
the
that's
software,
it.
or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like a software and that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, because if it's because every time you hear a DJ, you're gonna have to pay that flat fee. So I can see it definitely being implemented in a lot of these venues, especially if it's subscription based, or even if it's a one-time fee, it's a wrap. But even if it's subscription based, oh, you have to pay $50 for the AI DJ. I'd rather take that.
They're even working on technology to get it to where like if the AI detects that the crowd isn't vibing, they'll start switching it.
Yeah. Oh, we were talking about that about like AI will start having integration where you can now add a camera on it, where now it'll make better
Just like Tesla
decisions.
has.
I'll make better calculated decisions on the mixing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like so like there's some cars, so Porsche has their own self-driving car, right? But they're not using the same technology as Tesla. So I don't know if it was Porsche or another brand that did this, but they had cameras inside the vehicles so that it would be able to detect whether you were actually paying attention or not like that. So what it did was it detected where your face was at, right? And if it looked like you were like this for too long, it would make you it would take itself off of self-driving mode or some bullshit like that.
Okay.
It would basically make it so you had to like focus back on the road, right?
Yeah, fucking hell.
So there's already technology like that. You feel me? So all they gotta do now is start incorporating it into
Music applications.
yeah, and like live settings and shit like that, you know, places outside of the car. And we already have now the DJing AI, so it's like we're not too far off from where that's gonna be happening to where Now say we don't have club opportunities.
I just think now as a DJ compared to like being a DJ 10 years ago, you're not that unique or that resourceful. And I'm saying that and I say this because I started DJing in 09 2010. I've done gigs like before a lot of this technology, and yeah, we're not that from a DJ saying this, we're not that resourceful as a DJ as we used to be a decade ago. Especially now, everyone's a DJ, bro. Why does the club gotta go pay this person 200 when they can when they're happily willing to take another person that's one to undercut and pay pay that person 100 or 50 or just drink tickets.
Everyone's a DJ.
Everyone's a DJ now, bro. You're not that cool as you think you are in today's time, bro. Oh, I'm a DJ. Like
Can you
I'm a rock
scratch?
star.
No,
Like I just think a lot of DJs right now, some from the famous aspect or from the low aspect, like you're just a DJ like in today's time. Like it's not as unique as how you put it, especially compared to back then. Like if you want to get booked in a lot of these places now, you're not just have to be a DJ no more. Like there's a lot of things that weigh in now as a DJ that's not as important. Like like just you being a DJ, like the title, you're a DJ, like was very resourceful and valuable like a decade ago. Just
you
to say
remember
that
when
you're a DJ.
everyone started becoming DJ?
Yeah, bro.
Like that wave. You remember that shit when we were in
our
high
area
school?
specifically, yeah, bro.
No, that wasn't just our area. It might have seemed like it was just our area.
I mean, it was happening like
That shit was happening everywhere, bro.
yeah, like well, I mean,
Everywhere.
yeah, I've seen it like in our area, and I like to think it was happening in a lot of other areas. Like,
No, for sure. But
Like, bro,
because
we were
we get people here saying, "Oh yeah, we had that mix on, bro." Like
yeah,
it was happening everywhere, dog.
yeah, and look, we're DJs. That's just cool.
I'm not a DJ. I'm a producer.
Well, you're a producer too.
I'm a podcast host, bro.
You're a podcast host too. You're a lot of things, Robert.
I don't know, bro. I'm human, fam. That's what I am.
Yeah,
Fuck
well,
out of
yeah,
here.
That's crazy, huh? Like we're all this, but we're human. Shit, true. We're less human, but we're more music people, but we're less human now. No, but this is one of the things too, because like I said, like we're DJs, right? In today's time, and like back then, like for these venues to have a DJ, like was
Used to
very
be cool.
valuable, and it was like there wasn't that many DJs on the market like that.
And how else were you gonna play slapping ass music?
Yeah, facts. You know, you could try in your bedroom. Try, probably blow them before you bump them. But no, dude. I mean, it's gonna happen, bro. These venues, I can see a lot of these venues. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of these bigger venues, like Time, they use like this kind of technology to like put it, like to brand it with. I can see like this kind of technology, like this AI curation system, like developing artificial brands for major festivals to use. Cut, like
I don't think they would do that for festivals. I think the performative and show aspect is too valuable.
well, it doesn't just have to come from an actual human being though, bro, because of the visuals, the lighting.
Yeah,
like,
but
like
so
someone like Insomniac can pull off an event where it's just strictly an interactive visual experience.
they
and still
have
get
that
the-
already, and they haven't done it.
Well, the technology's not too like there yet because they tried messing around with like
They
like,
have
back
those
then-
shows in China and Japan. They have all that shit.
Yeah, well, the technology is way much more advanced for sure, and they're doing it already. They're
Bro.
doing it already.
Then why can't we? We can.
Well, that's a good question. That's a good
We're
question.
not doing it because, like I said, I think the performative aspect. We like to see actual people do that shit. There's something about humans that like to see other humans actually do that shit.
No, well, I agree. Like, well, not only that, certain humans, certain humans. I like
You
to think.
racist? What?
No, well, I'm not just gonna see just anyone on a lineup. Like, if I see a certain person that does the like they're entertaining.
I'll see anyone get knocked the fuck out by Mike Tyson. Anyone.
Yeah, but it has
Anyone.
to be by Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
There's still that selection. You're not just gonna show up and see somebody get knocked out.
Okay,
by just
okay.
anyone.
I'll see anyone get in a ring with the tiger. That's the thing. Like, there's certain things that we'll see anything from because it's human. You feel me? There's a human there.
Mm.
There's already that intangible. Like, oh, I want
Right.
to see what happens. Like, there's a wild card because it's a human at the end of the day. You feel me? Like, we can't predict what the fuck that human's gonna do at the end of the day. There's like, is he gonna try to fight? Like, is he gonna run? Like, we don't know what he's gonna do as a human. Is he gonna freeze up? You feel me? They're gonna freeze up.
Because they're not programmed like that.
Exactly.
It's fight or flight.
There you go. And that's what we're trying to find out when it comes to, we're seeing like a show that's already it's like we're watching a fucking Netflix thing. Like, we have all that shit at our disposal. I don't really need to watch it. Rather than I'm getting a live reaction right the fuck
I get
now.
what you're saying. Like,
you feel me?
when we know shit's like planned out, orchestrated, we lose that like raw reaction to the experience.
Exactly. And that's why I think that's what festivals kind of like is their bread and butter almost, is like they still need that live personality. Like
an actual like that, like an actual.
They need
I get what you're saying.
They need the perspective of that live person, or the illusion of that live person there at the end of the day, because some of these shits are pre-recorded. I'm not gonna say anything, you feel me? But like, okay. But they still need to make it seem like someone's up there still doing it live. Right. You feel me?
Like, there has to be the representative that's gonna take the whatever, like the or you know what I'm saying?
The illusion that they're actually doing it there live. You feel me?
For sure.
So definitely David Guetta that bitch. You feel me?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Hey, bro, fuck David Guetta, bro. Fuck David. I'm just kidding. I don't gotta do that. David Guetta's dope as fuck.
David Guetta's a household name.
You know what? I'm salty as fuck because
why hated on David Guetta? Like, what
he got a Coi Leray track before me.
Oh, damn.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. He's a white guy from fucking not here. Like,
what was Ravi saying?
I don't know.
You don't got that answer, Zion. Wait, I don't know.
What'd he say?
No, you don't got the answer, Zion.
I don't got the answers, bro. I don't got the answers. Nah.
All right, what were we talking about? Oh, David Guetta just getting Coi Leray before you.
He got an official remix for her Players track.
I mean, it's connections, man. Got that.
I saw the video of them in the studio together too, bro. I was like,
damn, David Guetta out here. You think it's gonna be like?
It's not even a slap.
You think? Oh, you heard? It's a preview. It's a preview out there. Is it one of those sampled concepts, or you think it's like it sounds like an original? You know what I mean by that, right? Like, not one of those like I'm good, like sampled kind of.
No, he just remixed.
Oh, it's a remix
of her track Players. Oh, yeah. And there's already popping remixes out there, and I'm mad that she got David Guetta for the official remix.
Who would you have loved?
So there was a remix that went viral on social media that everyone's using for that track. It's the Jersey House one.
Okay.
Of that Players track. It wasn't an official remix, but she did like put it on her stories and stuff like that. She used it and acknowledged it, right? And then she gets David Guetta for the official. I get it.
I get it.
I get it. And if you want to get into this EDM thing, you think David Guetta, like,
I mean, the timing.
I think there. That like hip hop culture is totally not aligned with EDM culture. Disconnected with EDM totally culture. Disconnected with EDM culture.
Like, what major labels and like artists like David Guetta believe is culture, like, they're in their own world. Mm-hmm. As they're right.
Yeah.
David Guetta as in his right, believes like, oh yeah, I should be the artist to represent EDM culture and like do this collaborative project with Coi. But the reality is that that's not the world for everyone in the dance music culture, especially where we're from. Like, David Guetta, like you mentioned, he's not from here. He's from Europe or wherever that country's from, man. Every producer is like in their own little world, and he still thinks progressive house is out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just
he dropped a progressive. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't progressive house.
He's dropped